Hello and welcome to Destiny Digits. This is the Soul Urge number 22 reading. So your Soul Urge number talks about what motivates you. So imagine that your soul is texting you and calling you, and the only thing they ever want to talk about is this energy, right? Because this is you and this is what it's revealing to you. So 22s, your top performers, high achievers. You are what they call the master builder. It is a master number. And this talks about you carrying a level of energy that will allow you to do something great. It will allow people to really, you're going to have a crowd, right? You're a leader, you're resourceful, you're just a powerful force. Now, 2 plus 2 is 4. So you're every bit the energy of 4s. And 4s are stable, they're grounded, they're hardworking, responsible, right? They don't really like to be interrupted when they're focused on doing something. They like to kind of finish the task at hand. They're very, and 4 is a number of limitations. So sometimes, you have to learn to go without in order to have the bigger gain at a later time. Let's look at the cards we have now. We have a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. And at the bottom of the deck, what do you need to release? Okay, so that's a big energy. So that's the overall, the overall focus. And that's a question to you. So if that's a question, it's time to figure out the answer. And so, yes, it is time to take action. There is something you need to do. But in order to move the way you need to move, have what you need to have, something needs to be let go of. Now, that can be something, someone, people, places, and things. That can be aspects of self. That can be behaviors, habits, attitudes, work efforts, or lack thereof. You know what I mean? So what should be released? It is time to take action. Beautifully stated. It says a win-win outcome is, so you're not going to lose, but something can't go. First card out, we have service. I feel good when I can help others. That's what you do as 22s. You're here not to build for self. It's really not about you, but you go the distance for others. You go the distance because you're a cornerstone, right? Master builder 22s, the difference between a 22 and an 11. So 11s have the vision, right? They are the light in the world. They can help people. They're kind of like natural hermits. They can show you through your own darkness, but they can see it. They can help. But the 22 has the action. They can do. They can display. They can perform. They can achieve. They can have. So what 11 can see, a 22 can actually put into movement. All right, so first card out we had was service. I mentioned, I feel good when I can help others. Next, we have gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And then lastly, change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Alrighty, and at the bottom of the Soul's Journey deck, we have happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. And so this is about this is about you getting into alignment, but this is about a choice you're making. This is about you using your own power. This is you're doing all of this in your own free will. This is you making this change. And so the message is, keep going. You're going to win, right? Because you're committed, you're dedicated. And so as long as you have a plan, as long as you have gratitude for what has been, right? So this is making this change and leveling up with no bitterness, no unforgiveness, right? But we're also not going to take or do what is not a part of our growth. First card out is judgment. Judgment straight up is answering the call. And who's answering the call? The Emperor. That's the 4, right? This is the energy 22. 2 and 2 is 4. This is the builder, the creator, somebody who's taking control, right? This is somebody that has the ability to dominate, right? And this is not through aggression. This is not dominate in an unhealthy dictator kind of way, but this is just through being logical and methodical and structured and disciplined and making a plan. Then we have the Ace of Wands. That's a new idea. This is like a new spark, a new fire that is just burning within you, like just a download that was just delivered, right? All right, so we have Five of Wands. Let's see what the center energy is Two of Pentacles. So right now we're trying to balance ourselves. Then we have Nine of Wands, feeling a little anxious. Ace of Cups, chasing our happiness, putting ourselves on the path and in motion towards the things that are aligned with our heart. We're following our heart passionately, unapologetically. That's the King of Wands. And then the Fool, taking that leap of faith. Bottom of the deck, here it is, making that plan. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. That's that Emperor taking a moment to think, right? To find that vision. Yes, action is important, as long as you know what you're doing, why you're doing it, how you're going to do it, making sure that all those pieces are in play. So the center energy right now is the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is, listen, I got my energy involved here. I have my energy here. This is being busy, having a lot of commitments or a lot of things that you're engaged in. It's a time where you're not, you kind of have to do what you have to do, right? Stability would be nice, but you're not able yet to delegate or to deliver tasks to another. This is something that you are invested in. And so it is time to take action. And you could be feeling a little unstable or unsure or just feeling a little all over the place. And so what is called for you? What is being required of you? It's time to take action, but balance is required, right? Two is about adapting and cooperating. And so whatever the space is in life, whatever your current environment is, it's not about resisting it, but it's about finding a way to use it to your advantage, using it to help you. Right? And so how can we make do with the space that we are in now? Yes, it's time to take action. But looking at my current situation, looking at what I'm tied to, looking at what I'm committed to, what would that action look like for me? It's not going to look the same for everybody, but this is about truly being conscious and aware of what the most appropriate steps are to do. So what is surrounding this? Well, we have Five of Wands and Nine of Wands. Wands is passion, fire, energy. This is like that force that's within us. And Five, this is about possible conflict or struggle or a strengthening of some sort. These are battles or challenges or obstacles, but they're not benefiting us. They could be uncomfortable or kind of annoying. But it's nothing that we can't overcome, but something is here. Something is surrounding you taking action. And so what would this Five of Wands be? This is what you need to release. So if this is conflict, struggle, obstacles, what would that represent for you? People, places, and things, or aspects of self, right? And so when we prepare for what's to come, we have to do two things. We have to release physical things, but then we have to release parts of ourselves. This Nine of Wands, this is the energy of not really being sure about what you're capable of. But these Nine Wands, you're one away from 10, right? So you've acquired 9, which means you've been through some things. You've learned some things, right? You've shown up unafraid. You've probably got some wounds and some scratches and some scars based on the journey that this life has taken you through. But guess what? Every time you got a new wand, it's because you showed up. You were unafraid. And so why not do that now? Right? And so this is being able to remember where you've been and then using that as momentum to push you this one last time. And what is that momentum? What is that wand? Wands are kind of like, tools of magic. We can all have a wand, but what I can do with mine, you can't do with yours. And so right now, Spirit is saying that with your wands, what is going to push you through, what's going to give you the courage is to live in gratitude. When you are happy for every challenge and every success, when you're happy for every climb and every fall, life begins to come to you in a way that just feels graceful. It seems to flow with you. It doesn't seem to be pushing against you, right? The resistance isn't there. And so when we're in this space, when we're anxious and we're not really sure if we should go, how to go, if we're not remembering our potential, one thing to do is to just be thankful. Be thankful for where you are, no matter how it feels, no matter what it looks like. Just say thank you. This is rough, but I'm breathing. I'm experiencing it. You know, I'm thankful that this is something that I can do now. It's not going to last forever. So pay attention, right? And so life is always going to give you opportunities, and they're not always going to be the same. But when we're afraid, it's because it's an opportunity here that we don't know how to approach. So it's time to take action. We may not know what that looks like, but the inspiration will come. Ace of Wands is above a Nine of Wands. Clarity will come, but it has to be triggered with gratitude. That is what you can use to spark this thing to move in your favor. And also by releasing something that's just nagging or just in your way. What would that be for you? So beneath the Two of Pentacles is this King of Wands. And so this King of Wands wants to elevate to the Emperor, but there's some stability, there's something that has to be overcome, right? And so conclusions are within reach. What's surrounding the King of Wands? We have the Ace of Cups and the Fool. The Ace of Cups, this is talking about your heart being happy. And you are in the right place, doing the right thing at the right time with the right people when you are genuinely through and through just happy, right? And it doesn't have to be anything grand or extravagant. Everybody's happy is different, but what would your happy be? What would your heart look like and feel like when you were living in your happy? What is that experience for you? And that's the path you're putting yourself on. And you do have to release something. So this is how it happens. As soon as you take action and remove what is no longer a part of your happy, Spirit is like, aha, nice move. Now it's my turn. And then Spirit meets you, right? And so you have to engage, but you have to make smart moves that are advancing you to win, advancing you towards your growth. And so when you're making a move in life, it's like you're having a chess. As every decision you make for you, it's because you want to use your peace, but you want to win, you want to advance. And we have a win-win outcome is here because you have that, you've done that. You have the Emperor. That's what the 22 is, right? The achiever, the top performer. Smart, logical, practical, right? So putting ourselves in line with our happiness, following our heart is going to bring these conclusions. But then we have the Fool, and that is literally jumping in, ready to go, right? Taking a leap of faith, being unafraid, not allowing what was to hang us down, and just really going after our happiness. Like, I know what I want. I know what I want to conquer. I like I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We have change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And so what movement is required? It's you at some point embracing this full energy and saying, I'm putting myself on my path to happiness. And this King of Wands, this energy, this is about being fierce, being bold, right? Just being magnetic, and it's in this energy When you live in this space of following your heart, following your truth, making change, jumping in for the new possibilities, that's when you kind of bring in what you want. And so conclusions are within reach when you live your truth, when you make the changes, when you're in alignment. And when you're in moments of fear or doubt, be grateful. Be thankful for the opportunity to even experience the fear, right? Do it afraid. Release the petty conflicts, obstacles, people, places, and things that are obstructing you in any way. So above this Two of Pentacles, we have this Emperor. This is about you. This is about the win-win outcome. This is through careful planning and discipline, right? This is through diligence that you can only win. Consistency. On each side of the Emperor, we have the Judgment and the Ace of Wands. Judgment is literally about answering the call. This is about a renewal, a new opportunity to step into you based on what you now know. It's like, hey, this has been my journey. I'm hearing this call. I'm feeling this push. I need to live a life that's true. I need to live a life that's aligned with what really brings me happiness. I know what I'm here to do, and this is my opportunity to do it. I can't jump in. I do need to be balanced. I have to take action, but I have to plan, right? And so the Judgment is, I'm answering the call. And we had the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And that's literally about gathering your resources and making a plan. Where am I going? What am I doing? Who's with me? Why am I going there? Right? How do I feel when I do this thing? How do I feel in the company of these people? How do I feel when I live this way? And so all of those questions should be answered when you make that plan. You should just have your why, right? The Emperor is all of the kings in one. So that means the heart, the mind, the force, the life force. That's your wand. That's that energy within you. And then that's your resource. When I say gather your resource, this Two of Wands, that's anything that you can use around you to take into the new. That would be a pentacle, an earthly asset of some sort. And it could also just be wisdom. But nonetheless, the Emperor uses all of himself or herself, right? To win. Any situation that you are in today, you are prepared, you have prepared for it. That's why you're here. And today's moment, or whatever the moment is for you, is a collection of all the other moments. And all the other moments that came before, you picked and collected wisdom. And so if you could just remember that you have all the answers, because you wouldn't get here unless you had all the answers from all the other journeys. You know what I'm trying to say? And so you have the answers for where you are now. So what is above this Nine of Wands, on the opposite side of the Emperor, we have the Ace of Wands. So you have two aces. You have heart and mind. You had Ace of Cups. This is making sure that you are aligned and answering the call and removing anything that was obstructing your heart from having the life that is true and destined for you, right? And then the Ace of Wands is like that download, that spark, that understanding about your passion. This is like, oh, I know what I need to do with this energy that I have. And we have service. I feel good when I can help others. And so if that is your truth, if that is your download, if that's your Ace of Wands, and obviously as a 22, we talked about you being a master builder. Anything you do and create is really in service of others. But of course, the service won't look the same for every 22. So what is that for you? That's what this Ace of Wands is. It's revealing to you what the service, what you are here to do. If we're breathing, it's because we have something to do and to give to another. It's not because we're just chilling on earth. Like, it's much bigger than that. Like, we really all have something to do. And so we all have a service. We're all giving and delivering some service. When I hold the door for someone when they're walking in behind me, that was a service. It lasted 2 seconds, but that was a service. And so if kindness is my thing, then I will engage it in all ways at all times. That could just be my service. Something as simple as that. I will hold every door. I will look every stranger in the eye and greet them, right? That could just be my service. But as a 22, what's your service? What are you offering based on the resources, based on where you've been, right? What are you most grateful for? And based on that, what do you want to deliver? How do you want to play that out in your life? And so you're going to win when you're disciplined, structured, and planned. And that's you anyway. That's what you do. 22s, this is beautiful. There's definitely a shift going on. Um, but you are bold, powerful. You are an achiever. And so taking a leap of faith, following your heart, and really engaging, it's only going to go up. So release what can't go and just prepare for the ride, right? Others need you. What is it that you're going to be doing and delivering, and how are you serving? You have a magnitude of energy, and that's not for naught. And so what will you do with it? All right, 22s, thank you so much for stopping by. Take care.